Hey Moon Joggers, it's Angie. I'm about to go out for a little run, but I wanted to just post a video with some information for you guys. I figured it might be easier to hear it than have a big long post. Anyway, so Voyage to Venus medals have been shipped for the most part. There's still a few, probably about 300 that will go out by Wednesday. So if you haven't gotten your medal, don't worry. They're on their way. A couple hundred went out today, so they are coming. So if you don't have it, uh, they are being shipped by Wednesday because I'm actually going home to Utah for the holidays. And the original plan was for the medals to actually be shipped out to Utah, but for some reason they ended up here in Myrtle Beach, which is totally fine. I'm actually glad that I could get them all shipped out before the holidays. So that's why they're going out before the new year, because I will be in Utah. But that being said, I just shipped them according to rankings that you guys gave me. I sent out a few emails, posted a couple posts on Facebook. So, yeah. So whatever you get, that's your ranking. If you have any questions, whatever, let me know. But they are being shipped out. So if you need to catch up on your miles, which I know many people do need to log their miles, I would say get on the website. Say you have 150 miles for November. Just choose one day in November and put the whole 150 miles on that day. You can log in bulk. You just can't log more than 175 miles a day. So go ahead and log your miles. Let's get all caught up. Some of you asked about miles in 2013, and as of right now, I'm not sure if you can go all the way back to 2013. But I will try to get that fixed. If not, once we get into 2015, I would say just go into 2014 and put your 2013 miles. Totally confusing, but we'll get it worked out. But I do challenge you to get on and log your miles. I'd say we probably have 1 or 2 million miles that have not been logged. I know it gets crazy, and I know the log isn't the most user-friendly. We're working on that. My goal, actually, I would love to just have a really nice log made. But that's a dream, and hopefully one day it'll come true. I just need to find someone to design it for us. But so far, just get on there, log your miles, make it as simple as you want. You know, some people like to get in there every day and log their miles, and that's great. If you want to do it once a week, once a month, like I said, you can log in bulk, so you don't have to go in day by day. But go ahead and do that. Another thing, a huge announcement, which I think is super awesome. I got in, or the other day I was adding it up, and we have raised more than $30,000 for different charities since Moon Joggers started. So that's, our run for Adler. We raised money for our runners in Kenya. A lot of the charities with our virtual runs, some stuff with Perry's run, more than $30,000, which is so amazing. And it's all you guys. So congratulations. I think that's so cool that we're able to help so many different organizations. And it's fun to hear back from them. They'll send me emails letting me know, what a difference we're making, and it's awesome. So right now we're doing a Fit Fest for Hunger, just a little challenge for December, and we've raised, I want to say a little over $500, and that money actually will feed a family of 5 for a year. So just think about the things we can do as a group where, little by little it adds up. And so it's really exciting. So I was super excited when I saw that number. I think it's amazing. And another thing with Voyage to Venus, which some of you may not know, anyone who did a paid registration, we had announced on the registration page that at the end of the year we'll do a drawing. So for every 500 people that do the paid registration, you get to be in a drawing, and we're giving out $500. So as of right now, we are giving away 3 different prizes of $500. So if you're a paid member or paid for Voyage to Venus, we will hold that drawing on December 31st. So really awesome. And I think it's great to give back to runners. I know running can be expensive. I know there are a lot of you that love to do events, that like to travel to events, who like to participate in events for charities. So this money is an opportunity for you to put it where, you think is more useful, or if, running gear, running shoes are expensive, stuff like that. But it's totally your money. So we will get that going December 31st. So now with Meet Me on Mars, I know some of you have had some questions. So with Venus, we haven't quite gotten where we wanted to get this year, but we are going to move on with Meet Me on Mars. But this is what we're going to do. So Venus and Mars really aren't too far away from each other. So we're going to work on Meet Me on Mars, and we're going to celebrate along the way as we land in Venus, as we reach that distance as well. And we will not start another mission until we've reached both Venus and then Mars. So we will see how long it takes. Mars is 33 million miles away. And what we're going to do is we're going to accumulate all your miles. So we're going to actually add in last year's miles. Our first year, 2013, our mission to the moon, I want to say we did about 750,000, maybe close to 800,000 miles. So those will be added on, or going to be added into our miles that we have now. And then we're going to accumulate each year. So we'll just keep carrying our miles over. So if you see a little bump in the miles, that's going to be coming from last year's miles as well. So what we'll do is, so your miles are going to accumulate with Meet Me on Mars with your package. So those of you that ordered the t-shirt, the medal, everything that comes in the package, we're actually going to send everything out in January. Your t-shirt, your sticker, your bib, and your medal. Everything's going to be shipped out in January. I think it's a lot easier just to have everything there. And then what we're going to do is, as you have your Mission to Mars or your Meet Me on Mars medals, which are super awesome, I'm really excited for them to come. But as you reach different rankings, you can get on and just order a little button. And the buttons are only going to be like $3 just to cover shipping, basically. But it'll have your ranking. So as we're on Mission to Mars and say you reach officer, you can get on and order your little button, and you're going to be able to place it on your medal. So throughout Mission to Mars, you're going to see how many rankings you move up, kind of like the military, as you get different rankings, you get different things to put on your uniform. Well, our medal is basically our uniform. So as you reach your different rankings, you'll get your little buttons, your little pins, and they'll go in there, and it's going to be really cool. So if you start out, say, as a space ranger, and you move up to cadet, up to officer, up to ensign, you're going to get these, and so you're going to see with each mission how far you go. And with that being said, I've said this before, this is a whole learning curve. Just putting together Moon Joggers started out something simple. I want to keep it simple, and so we're hoping by this year we just have everything laid out and everything's just going to be the same. But your miles are going to carry over. So if you joined us in 2013, keep building up your rankings. So if you've logged, more than 2,000 miles in the last 2 years, then you're a lieutenant. Your Voyage to Venus medal is going to be a little different. That was just for the year. But we're going to go by your cumulative. So whenever you started Moon Joggers, that's where you're going to build up so that you don't have to start over every year. So you're going to be, so far I think I've logged about 1,600 miles. So I'm an ensign. And so as Meet Me on Mars goes, as soon as I reach my next one, I'm going to order that lieutenant button, and then I'm going to order the commander, and I'm just going to keep going up and up. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have questions, seriously, email me, call me, whatever you need to do, let me know. But, and as we get ready for Meet Me on Mars, we'll have good explanations on the website too. But keep building up your miles. And no matter where you are, it's amazing what you're doing. Don't think, oh, I've only logged 150 miles. That's 150 miles, and that's amazing. You're doing way more than a lot of people are doing. So keep logging your miles. And so we'll have that all listed. So if you want to go back to get your Space Ranger, whatever buttons, you're free to do that as well. But basically, you're going to build up, and it'll be fun to kind of see how decorated everyone gets as they log their miles and move up. So your whole thing will come in January, hopefully. But they'll go. And then with what we're raising money for with Meet Me on Mars is we're going to do charity entries into some of the big marathons. So last year with one of our virtual races, with our Apollo race, we raised enough money to donate to Achilles International that we were able to actually get one of our runners into the Chicago Marathon for free through a charity entry. So she got to get in. Shirley Mosher went and ran it and had a great experience. And so it gave me an idea of however much money we have to give for a charity entry, we'll do that. As soon as we get to that level, we'll have a drawing of anyone who's paid to join Meet Me on Mars, and we'll draw a name. And The big ones will be Boston Marathon, New York City Marathon, and Chicago Marathon, which are all, well, Boston you have to qualify, and then New York and Chicago, I believe, are both lottery. But what we can do is we can donate to a charity that's associated with that, and they're able to give us entries into these races. So as we keep getting more people signing up, we'll try to get as many moon joggers as we can into these races, which will be awesome. So stay tuned with that. I think it's going to be really cool to get involved with all these different marathons and to be able to cheer each other on as we send some runners there. So that's the plan. Like I said, we're going to work on Mars and Venus, so we're not going to do another mission in 2016 unless we get to Mars, which I would love to get to. And our numbers are growing. We're getting there, but we're just going to work on getting to our destination. So that's what we're going to do. Your log stays the same. So if you started a log this year for 2014, just keep logging your miles. As the year carries over, just keep logging your miles. So if you just signed up for Meet Me on Mars, set up a log on the website if you haven't already, and start logging your miles. And if you've done any miles in the past that you know of, go ahead and log them. They're definitely going to help us get where we want to go. So everything's cumulative. Everything's just going to keep adding up, and it's going to get us where we want to go, which is going to be amazing in a few years to see how far we've gone. It's baffling even to what we've done so far since we started this thing 2 years ago, which I can't believe it's been 2 years. But we're just going to keep building up, and it's going to be fun, and we're going to do amazing things for people. And we've got virtual races going on. Next year, we have about 4 Moon Jogger sponsored virtual races we're going to do. We're going to do a couple other ones, which just people love to do, like the Mother's Day run. We open up, we had a great turnout for that. And so, but our first one is in January for M. Smith, who's one of our Moon Joggers, who currently has stage 4 stomach cancer and has been going through crazy chemo and treatments. And her and her family are huge Star Trek fans. And so we've decided every January we're going to do a Star Trek themed run. So last year was the Enterprise. This year it's Klingons against cancer, and the medals are awesome. I just got them in the mail, and they're really, really cool. But we're going to raise money for an organization that raises awareness and money for research for stomach cancer, which is a terrible, terrible cancer to have. And thoughts and prayers are with Em and her family as she's going through this. But we have a couple other fun things coming up, and so stay tuned for that. But mostly just get involved. If you're on the Facebook page, get involved, make some friends so that when you go to races, there are people you can meet up with. It's a huge support system. I know we have a core group that constantly is posting on the Facebook page, and I think they've really made it a place where you can come and participate and find positive encouragement. And no matter whether you are a beginner runner or you like to walk, which is totally great, or if you're an ultra runner or you're anywhere in between, Moon Joggers is all about helping each other, supporting each other. There's no need to be intimidated by anyone, because that's not what this is about. This is about helping each other out so that we can all get out and get moving and be healthy and fit, and so that we can help others, family members, friends who maybe aren't getting out the door to exercise or who are really struggling. We can reach out and help them. And as they come into Moon Joggers, it's just a team. It's a group of people that's there to support and help. So I encourage you to be active on the Facebook page. Invite your friends and family members to join us. And definitely let's get to Mars and to Venus. But more than that, let's enjoy the journey. And let's set high goals for ourselves and work our butts off to achieve them. And if we don't achieve them right away, keep moving forward. And we'll get through the hard things and the obstacles, and we'll make it. So I definitely just thank you, everyone, for participating. It's fun. I love Moon Joggers. I'm really sad I missed Space Coast this year, but I look forward to coming years where we can meet up and have some Moon Jogger meetups. So maybe one day we'll have a Moon Jogger marathon. How awesome would that be? And you know what? It can definitely happen. I think it would be so fun. So anyway, I wish you all the best. Great holiday season. Some of you it's winter, for some of you it's summer. Whatever it is, I hope you're getting out there and moving. And remember, every mile matters. Every single mile matters. So stay in touch. Again, if you have questions, let me know. email me, moonjoggers@gmail.com, or you can add me as a friend on Facebook and you can message me there. I usually see my moonjoggers@gmail account more than my Facebook messages, but I do my best to respond. So anyway, thank you everyone, and we will see you in space.